Namaste everyone. In this video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 1.31. This sutra explains to us the impact or the effect of the obstacles in the yogic path and how they show up in our body in different ways. So let's look at the sutra and start understanding it step by step. The sutra itself goes, Dukkha dormanasya angame jayatva shvasa prashvasa vikshepa sahabhuvaha. Now, that sutra denotes to us what are the 4 different ways in which we actually feel the impact of the obstacles. So let's go word by word and break it all up. First word here is dukkha, and dukkha refers to a very deep sense of sadness. It's also a very common word that we use in the Hindi language, and therefore the first indication is dukkha. The second is dormanasya, and this refers to a mental misery, a much deeper mental pain which can often be equated to depression or a form of mental health illness such as anxiety and other formats. So this is dormanasya. Then we come to the next one, which is angame jayatva, and this is indicating trembling or movement in the limbs. Anga refers to our body part and jayatva is talking about the trembling or the quick movement. So here this is very important because when our body actually feels the impact of the obstacles, we do feel that trembling. Think back to a time when you've been upset or scared and you'll notice that your body was not at ease. It has this tendency to be moving because it's so overcome by the emotion that it's feeling. And then the fourth word over here, or the fourth one, is shvasa prashvasa, where it's talking about the change even in the breathing pattern. And this, I think, is even more obvious. We feel it very closely when our emotions change or we think in a particular direction. The breathing is one of the first things that is impacted and that changes. So shvasa prashvasa. And then the next element is vikshepa sahabhuvaha. So it's telling us that here is where you start experiencing the chitta vikshepas, and sahabhuvaha is the accompaniment. So it's indicating that all of these together accompany the 9 obstacles that we studied in the previous sutra. So now let's understand what exactly is the sutra trying to tell us. Overall, the sutra is saying that when you have any of the 9 obstacles operating in your body, you'll notice either one or all 4 of these impacts and these effects. And so when you're trying to see if somebody is not doing okay or if they're struggling, these are some of the signs or symptoms that you might observe. They might be dealing with a very deep sense of sadness, or they might actually have a mental health illness or a challenge such as depression or anxiety. Or they might also display just quick body movements and uneven kind of breathing. All of these would be symptoms or indications to tell us that probably this person is not doing okay. And also maybe they have some of the obstacles that we discussed in the previous sutra. Now, I'd also like to say that this sutra is indicating to us that mental health challenges are to be taken seriously, because when a person has a mental health challenge, any of these symptoms might be observed and we need to take that pretty seriously to help them get the right assistance and the right kind of help. So here Muni Patanjali is indicating to us that before we go and talk about the solutions and how yoga can help with mental health or the mind, we have to also look at how the problem arises. Why does it arise? What are some of the causes that might play a role? And there could be n number of causes. There's so many different things that each of us deal with. But Muni Patanjali has made an attempt to explain 9 of those in the previous sutra and then 4 of the symptoms in this particular sutra. I'd also like to add that this is not an exclusive list. Of course, as we go further in our mental health discoveries and our understanding of mental health, we'll keep learning more and more as to what are the causes or what is the impact of mental health challenges. And I would say this is just the start. There's still much more we can learn and much more we can understand about mental health. Personally, I truly think that if Indian ancient sciences and mental health modern theories were taken and put together, we might really be able to come up with a fantastic solution to deal with the mental health challenges. And according to Muni Patanjali, in the later parts of the Yoga Sutra, he has even explained how asana and pranayama help us to control the body and the mind as well as the breath, and that these may be a useful tool in the intervention for mental health challenges. They may not be the only tools, but they could definitely be one part of the arsenal while we're fighting against the mental health challenges. So this is what Muni Patanjali is trying to tell us in Yoga Sutra 1.31, that there are 4 accompaniments: sadness, mental misery, along with movement or trembling in the body, and uneven breath or breathing. And all of these symptoms need to be taken seriously so that they can be worked upon. And with that, we come to an end of Yoga Sutra 1.31. In the next video, we're going to look at a couple of solutions and what else Muni Patanjali has to say about these obstacles of the mind and how to get rid of them. If you found this video helpful, please do share it with your friends and your family so they too can benefit from the Yoga Sutras and yoga philosophy. And please do subscribe to our channel to support us and encourage us on the journey forward, as well as stay up to date with our regular video uploads. We'll now see you in the next class, or in the next video, or in our next workshop. Until then, take care, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Namaste.